What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Ben Mahari here, representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. My apologies for not doing some videos lately. I was dealing with a very nasty cold, but now I'm almost fully recovered now. I got my voice back, so now it's time to get down to work and talk about some basketball here. So, 48 hours ago, the Dallas Mavericks did the inevitable, and they fired Nico Harrison 9 months after trading away Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers for Max Christie and Anthony Davis. And let me tell you right now, the way that this is looking for the Dallas Mavericks, it's looking really, really bad. And not only that they've been playing awful basketball, their offense is pretty much the second worst offense in NBA history. Just look up at the stat line. They score less than most of their opponents. They shoot at a low percentage than the majority of teams in the league, and they don't score enough points. And yes, they're very stout defensively, but listen, when you don't have anybody that can create you offense for other players around you, it's really going to be tough to score any type of points. And this is what happens when you trade away a top 5 player in this league who is still in his mid 20s and literally was coming off of leading your franchise to the NBA Finals. I mean, just if you want to talk about ways to destroy your franchise in one fell swoop, just look no further than what Nico Harrison did. Or even outside of that, just look at what the LA Clippers did when they traded for Paul George and mortgaged their entire future to build now OKC's now got a super team off of the fleecing that they did to the Clippers. But let me go back to what's going on in Dallas. Right now, what's going on in Dallas is just a travesty. You look at the fan base of what they're going through right now. They had 20 straight years where they sell out American Airlines Center. In one fell swoop, done. Because fans are still pissed to this day at the organization for making this dumb decision. And when I was reading a lot of the reporting that came out, there was a lot of things that Nico Harrison did that really just irritated me. That just felt like this guy was trying to basically wipe away all the increments of what the previous administration did to try to put his own spin on it. You fire away the top tier trainer that's been there with the organization for 20 plus years, and you hired people that were not even qualified to be NBA trainers. You basically burnt the bridge with the legend Dirk Nowitzki from Dallas to the point where he doesn't even want to have anything to do with the organization anymore. Then it also came out with the fact that you basically proposed this trade to an ownership group that has no experience, that has no intelligence about basketball. And you literally proposed that trade and thought it was going to be a great idea. Yeah, it wasn't. Let me get some water real quick. So let me put it like this, though, guys, as I get some water in my system. The Dallas Mavericks right now, as we see it, is screwed. Even despite the fact that they got the number 1 overall pick and picked Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg right now is not ready to be the main guy at this time. Because he's basically a developing prospect at this point. And you don't have a point guard right now, which is one of the reasons why Jason Kidd pretty much put him as the main point guard instead of D'Angelo Russell. Now, look, I'm no big fan of D'Angelo Russell, but I feel like sometimes he gets a lot of crap, unnecessary crap, from a lot of fan bases that kind of demand much more than what they think of him. That's pretty much what I can say about him. But you look at the injury situation going on here. Anthony Davis is hurt. What do you expect? And Kyrie Irving right now, he's still rehabbing from his torn ACL. He won't be back until after the trade deadline. Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford are also out with injuries. And right now, Klay Thompson is going through one of the worst shooting periods of his NBA career. And the reason why Klay Thompson can't even shoot have any good looks on the outside is because the fact that no one's able to draw out the defense and get him open looks to shoot threes. I still think Klay Thompson can still contribute to a winning team, but right now in Dallas, it's just sad right now. So when you look at the whole situation in Dallas, The players are unhappy. The fans are unhappy. And more importantly, too, guys, and this is a bigger thing. This ownership group here basically greenlit Nico Harrison's dumb idea. And now you don't have any draft picks until 2030. It's going to be very, very difficult to build anything around Cooper Flagg. And I do anticipate after, 4 years, I do think Cooper Flagg is going to want out of Dallas. Because he didn't sign up for this. This is a complete shit show. And also one other important thing that I think that also needs to be stated. The one thing that I will say when it comes to this whole situation here is that this is why you don't trade away your top tier player at the age of 25. Okay? I don't care if Luka Doncic was eating at McDonald's every single day. You simply don't do that. The talent that this guy had, he's showing you right now that he's in shape in Los Angeles, with the Lakers, of course. This dude is out there killing it. While the majority of your team right now can't even score even above 100 points a game. Like, it's completely ludicrous. And this is what happens when you make a dumb trade like this. Now, this franchise and this fan base is going to be screwed for generations to come. Because even if you bring in a competent general manager, this ownership group has no experience, no understanding of how sports works. That now they're looking at the feedback of what Dallas fans have been saying about the whole Luka Doncic trade, and it's not good. You got fans that are literally giving middle fingers, that are cussing out the organization. I mean, it is just unbelievably bad, to the point where now players are pretty much content of just playing on the road, because even if you play at American Airlines Center, it's such a home court disadvantage because fans are just continuously booing the team. And it's not the players' fault at all. It's not. It's basically the fault of the entire organization. One other thing to it, and I want to say this very, very importantly. For people that sit here and say that that Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis can be traded and get some value out of it, I got news for you guys. Those guys are in their early 30s. They're recovering from very debilitating injuries. Right now, at this point, you're basically asking the fan base to sell on the idea of building around Cooper Flagg while trading away your two other top players in their early 30s that are basically injury prone and trying to get some sort of value out of them. Like, it's going to get even more worse in Dallas. And the sad part about it here is that you don't got no draft picks until 2030, when you basically traded away all those other draft picks to OKC. I mean, some to Minnesota, to Golden State. I mean, you basically trade away all your future draft picks to try to build around Luka Doncic, and then you trade away your top franchise player and basically got little to nothing out of it. Like, just complete idiocy all across the board by Nico Harrison. And this is going to be a stain on Nico Harrison's name for a long time. I don't think any NBA team should ever even think about hiring Nico Harrison after this. Not after this. So, I know Dallas fans are going to be going through this right now, and it's just a dang shame because they really had something really good with Luka Doncic, and then you basically traded him away for a 33-year-old player that is basically injury prone, and we don't know if Anthony Davis is ever going to be the same player again, because you never know if Anthony Davis is ever going to be fully healthy ever. And more importantly, too, and before I forget, how could Anthony Davis as a player that with all these injury history came into the season completely much out of shape? Just like, are you kidding me, dude? You have an injury history and you come into the season out of shape? Ridiculous. I mean, it's just a mess all across the board in Dallas. And there's no way this is going to get any better. Not after this. So, that's all I got to say about it now. I feel for you Dallas Mavericks fans. And hopefully that Cooper Flagg becomes a star. But I just don't see it happening. I just don't see how Cooper Flagg can really elevate this franchise now. You're asking an 18-year-old right now to elevate a franchise that is now... It's in the shitters right now because of one bad trade to satisfy somebody's ego. So, That's all I got to say about it now. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. With that, I'm out. Peace.